Ian Burns is an award-winning singer-songwriter from the Macarthur district of New South Wales, who began his recording career in 2014 and has so far recorded 4 excellent studio albums. His latest album, California, was released in December of 21 after he won the Best Album of the Year trophy for his previous album, Two Sides of Me, at the 2020 Australian Country Music People's Choice Awards. He then promptly followed that up with a well-deserved win for Best Male Vocal at the Tamworth Country Music Festival in January of 2021, along with a Songwriters Association Award for the Best Song in the Local Heroes section with his great song, Think Again. Ian's most recent single, the sensational track Just 1 Minute, that I played just a minute ago, was released back in March of this year, and it's bound to be another huge success for this truly gifted songwriter. I'm genuinely delighted to have Ian standing by on the phone right now, waiting to have a chat with me, so let's bring him on air without any further delay. Hello, Mr. Burns. How are you, sir?
Hello, Mr. Harry T, and hello everyone in the Plenty Valley area.
Lovely stuff.
On the country club too, I might add.
There you go. All right, look, thanks for taking the time to have this chat with me today, Ian. It's been something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. This is your first time that I've interviewed you on this show. I hope it's not the last. So welcome, and it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. And yes, very, very much appreciate you having me on today. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's, like I said, my pleasure. So let's get stuck into it. Tell us the story behind Just 1 Minute. Did you write that yourself, or was it a co-write?
No, I wrote that myself.
Okay.
I had a few songs. I'd been to the Academy of Country Music in Tamworth on the January in 24.
Right.
Gosh, that goes quick. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah.
January 24. And I'd written, I've been really happy with my time there. It's an extremely productive place where you're in a group of other musicians and songwriters and these great mentors. And I'd written a few co-writes there, and I'd written the previous song, Wildflowers, with a lovely lady called Lynn Botel, who's an incredible artist and multiple Golden Guitar winner.
Right,
and it was quite a reflective, slow song. And so I'd also written Just 1 Minute, which was more of a up-tempo, fun song. And I do like to kind of counterbalance my releases a little bit because, you know, when I'm playing live, they're not all slow songs, that's for sure. So I also wanted to release something that was a little more get people on their feet kind of music.
Right, okay. Well, this one does the job.
Thank you. Got to get people up and have fun, buddy. That's for sure.
Of course. Otherwise, that's what are you getting paid for?
Exactly. Entertainers are meant to entertain.
Exactly right. Exactly. Yeah, I keep saying to people, like, you know, musicians and so forth, you know, it's not your job to get on stage and entertain yourself, mate. You've got to entertain the audience.
That's exactly right. And I love that anyway. And I think, geez, most people I know that play live get that, you know. And, and also that's how you get that unreal, to the minute feedback from the audience. I like to, you know, have a bit of fun with the audience and I've got a great band that I play with that are fun as well. And so we have our little bit of a banter with the audience and you know, we make it personal where we're like one big silly family up there, including the audience. And hopefully everyone's having fun because that is the aim.
That's, what you say is 100% correct. I couldn't agree with you more, but I'm glad that you mentioned your band because I don't get that very often. So, being an ex-muso myself, I'd be interested to find out. Can you just quickly introduce your band to us? Tell us who's in it.
I can, yes. I've got a lovely chap called Dave Roberts on drums.
Right.
Dave's got a huge history of playing with some of he's played nationally, but up in New South Wales, very busy man. But I'm lucky to snavel him every time I had a gig. Got a lovely man, Padre. We have on bass,
Right.
John Healy, and he is literally a Padre. And he's got a lot of live history in his playing as a bush band player.
Right.
Really interactive because, of course, bush bands are really interactive with the audience.
Yeah.
And Pudge has been playing with some of the top bush bands in this country for decades.
Okay.
And so his interaction with the crowd is fantastic. And then I've got a young hot guitarist, a fella called Cooper Rieger.
Uh-huh.
Cooper's father, so Cooper has a genetic connection there. Cooper's father is half of a very good bush band called Simply Bushed.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
young Cooper Rieger, I shouldn't keep saying young Cooper Rieger, but he's 20 and compared to me, that's very young. And he's phenomenal. I have had so much fun playing with Cooper because he just really is very skillful, very talented player,
Right.
but he just loves every minute that he's on stage.
Okay.
And so between the four of us, we understand that we're up there, to help make sure the audience has a good time, and then we're going to have a good time too. And I think when the audience knows you're having a good time and you're trying to get the audience to have a good time as well, then it makes for a good interaction between the four of us and the crowd.
Absolutely. Yeah. I get that, and it sounds like a great band. I wouldn't mind being in that lineup myself.
It's fun, mate. We have the best time.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Because you're not going to go there to have a bad time, Harry.
No, that's right. Yeah. Well, even if you're having a bad day, once you got the money, it turns into a good time. yeah, because we know how well musicians get paid, don't we, Harry? Oh, yeah.
We're definitely not there to get rich.
No. No, that's not.
No, and that's what we say, where, you get your little, just so, in case the audience doesn't know, your average band nowadays, gosh, please correct me if you think I'm wrong, Harry, but I reckon I've got friends that have been in the music industry, since the late 80s, and in not even including inflation, in real terms, a lot of bands were being better played in the late 80s than they are now. And so, that's why, when you're making music nowadays between all the streaming platforms, and
Yep.
You're not selling many CDs anymore. I
No, that's
still
right.
love selling CDs because I love the quality of the music in a CD.
Yep.
But obviously, that income has diminished dramatically, and,
Yep.
and through streaming, we're not making a lot of money. And then live music, you don't make a fortune either. And so, out there now, really, the musicians are out there making music because they really want to make music.
Yep.
It's not really a money-making proposition.
No.
It's because they enjoy making music and interacting with the crowd.
That's it. Most musicians I know, really, really good musicians. Some of them are struggling to make ends meet, and it's sad, because they got to turn to other avenues of income.
Definitely.
Which detracts from their music. So, they got to strike that balance. Pay the bills and play the music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. There is that part there that's vitally important, in that if they want to keep doing it, they actually have to make enough money to survive.
That's right.
But as you said, they're adding other ways of trying to earn an income.
Yeah.
Because, often purely for music doesn't happen very often anymore.
No, that's right.
No.
Yeah. It's a different, like you said, it's a different scene nowadays than what it was back in the 80s. And certainly in the 60s when I started playing, there was plenty of work for musicians, and we were getting paid reasonably good money.
It's amazing how it's changed, and
Yeah.
And yeah, as you said as well, my friend, is I would probably get much more opportunity to get work playing solo than I do as a band.
Yeah.
Because most pubs and clubs, particularly pubs, you know, they don't want to outlay a lot of money, and so I have much more opportunity playing solo than I do as a band.
Yeah.
But I love playing as a band.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's you know, to me, that's the epitome of being a musician. You know, playing with other like-minded, people who are good musicians. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
that's what I like.
But you know, you got to sometimes you got to be pragmatic, and you know, like you say, you know, pubs would rather pay a little bit for one guy rather than a lot for four guys. You know, so you go in and do a solo gig and you take what you can get. You know, but at the end of the day, I mean, if you can do the gig with a band, and I mean, that's the way to go, isn't it?
I have a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Because you get that interaction and you're up there with your friends. And we always have a laugh at each other.
Yeah.
Because, we give each other mild grief through the whole thing in a fun way, through banter and everything like that.
Yeah.
And so, it's like anything, isn't it? You could be doing the most fun sport in the world, but it's more fun when you're doing it with friends.
Yes.
And so it's the same with music, It's fun with friends. Yeah.
And I think what you deliver is better, in as much as there's several instruments involved, so you got a bigger sound, and
very much so. Yeah, very much so. I'm trying to remember a quote that a really good, actually Rod Motby, who is on the recording of Just 1 Minute. Rod Motby, we were chatting one day about band versus solo, and he said, well, one you're throwing stones and the other one's a cannon. That sort of word come from anyone like a lead guitarist. Well, you know which way they're going to lead.
Well, yeah. Generally speaking, yeah. You're quite right. But Mr. Motby sounds like a man who knows what he's talking about, and it's a name I am familiar with too.
Amazing guitarist, and lovely man. Again, like you would know, so many lovely people in the music industry.
Oh, yeah, especially in country. Yeah,
in country, it's like a massive dysfunctional family.
Yeah, well, the fun is in the dysfunction, I think.
yeah, that's right. Well, who wants to be normal?
Oh, dear. You're quite right. Excuse me. So, how long have you been actually playing? When did you first pick up a guitar or whatever, and decide to?
That's an odd story too, because I had never picked up a guitar until I was 40.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how I didn't, if you know what I mean. It sounds silly, but I think as I was younger, I just had so many. When I was young, it was sport.
Right.
And then as I got older, I've always run my own business, and then we had kids, and it took an injury, funny enough, to slow me down long enough to actually pick up a guitar and start to learn. And then, in just strumming that, I was obviously, like we all do, I was playing other people's songs and enjoying that. And then one day I just started to write a few words myself, and I really enjoyed that side of it. The actual writing side of it was something I really got a lot out of. And it just grew from there.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Wow.
Yeah. So, I'm definitely a late starter.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it doesn't matter when you start as long as you finish.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the timing was right. If that sounds logical, I don't know that I would have enjoyed it to the same degree, or possibly maybe I wouldn't have had enough of not so much knowledge about writing, but maybe stuff to draw
Right.
when I was writing a song. You know,
Okay.
life itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was plenty to be able to draw on by the time I did start. You know,
Yeah.
with as we all have, our ups and downs in life.
Yes.
Yeah, so subject matter as such.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, tell us what's been your most memorable experience so far as a performer.
Ooh, probably a little bit of a mixture. There's several things I enjoy. Well, there's a lot of things I enjoy in music. As I mentioned, I really enjoy writing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I really enjoy the recording process. Getting in the studio and sitting down with your ideas that are very naked, very very basic, and literally where I record, which is with a fella called Simon Johnson at Hillbilly Hut on the central coast of New South Wales. We sit down together as the whole band and the producer, and I will play my song and then obviously input all of my ideas about where I think it's going. And again, I'm preaching to the converted with you, Harry, but for people listening, I've always found one of the most challenging things is when you write a song. I think a lot of people are similar to me, and as you're writing it, you're hearing it fully produced. You're hearing all the little nuances in the song, and sometimes you've got to try and get that across to your producer how you're hearing it. And so when you sit down with your producer and with with the musicians that are in the room, and you're explaining what you hear in your song, and then hearing these incredible musicians say, you're feeling it like this, and they're playing it back to you, and you're getting that incredible feeling of, yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Right.
And also when we record with Simon, we tend to record, we're in slightly different rooms, and that's so the music doesn't bleed together, but we're all there recording at the same time. So we're basically recording as a band.
Okay.
And so it gets that natural feel of being almost live to a degree, and recording it so it sounds quite natural.
Yeah, right, okay. That's that's a difficult way to do it, but I think it's a very, very good way to do it, you know, if you can pull it off. And certainly from what I'm hearing of your stuff that I've got, you're getting it right. So, you know, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think a lot of that is obviously due to the skill of the producer and the musicians, because, you know, these guys and girls are they're professional, phenomenal musicians, and gosh, that makes a big difference. Very skillful.
Yep, that's look. If you got the right people, the job gets done. Yep, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Look, unfortunately, Ian, we're out of time, so I'll have to sign off. But
thank you.
I'd just like to quickly thank you and tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time to have this chat with me on your Sunday afternoon. Very grateful to you and very appreciative. So, but as I said, I hope this is not the last time we do this. And I certainly look forward to being able to do it again with you, because I've enjoyed this chat. It's been, you know, quite enlightening and entertaining and very pleasant.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it too, and I'm sorry if I waffled on.
No.
I tend to be a waffler.
Not at all.
I really enjoyed it too, and thank you I really appreciate you having me on your show, Harry, because, you know, we musicians, you know, we're a very limited thing without you fantastic DJs, and so I really appreciate your time very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's a symbiotic relationship. I mean, if you didn't put out the music, we'd have nothing to play. So, you know,
I like that. Yeah, that's awesome.
It works. You know, it does.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, Ian, and look forward to the next time. In the meantime, look after yourself. And, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, because I love your work, man.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great afternoon, Harry, and I hope everyone out there has a fantastic afternoon as well. Take care, everybody.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Bye for now, Ian.
Bye-bye.